NHL Nightly with your host, the sports, a.k.a. Peter Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico and Barry.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am Jeremiah Maxwell. With me, as always, Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico and Barry. If you don't know, Pearlo is our handicapper. He watches a lot of hockey and handicaps games for you. And Rico is also our goal-scoring prop expert, but our French correspondent as well. Happy holidays. Rico, I love the festive hat. How's it going today?
Ça va bien. Joyeux Noël à tout le monde.
Okay, you'll have to translate for us non-French speaking people.
I'm doing great. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Okay, it's awesome. Okay, great. I gave you guys a little reading assignment because I wanted you to kind of understand maybe what was going on. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights, you're a legend. Did you guys read that article? You can actually get your iPhone to play it for you, and it took about less than 10 minutes. If you guys don't know, I'm referring to, and I will pull up the article here for you guys. So I spoke to a friend of mine. He's been on the show before, but I'm not going to disclose who he was because I just don't want it to be, I don't want this guy getting in the middle of this at all. But essentially, here's the article from Vincent Mercogliano. He works for the USA Today, essentially, is what it is. I retweeted it. So if you guys follow me, you can see the article. I'll pull it up on Twitter so you see it. But it essentially, I don't want to say absolves Chris Drury, because I feel like Chris Drury is probably at some fault here, but it does. By the way, 4-4 Predators, Edmonton, and the Preds are on the power play with 1:32 left in the game. The Preds are, Pittsburgh's on the power play. My bad. Pittsburgh's on the power play. But anyway, so that's going on. Also, other games that are going on. Flames and Senators are tied up at 1-1. Bruins are up 2-1 on the Oilers. Canucks are up 1-0 on the Golden Knights. I got to get that game on. The Flyers win 7-3. I don't know how the Kings beat the Flyers 7-3. The Blue Jackets beat the Devils 4-2. Again, guys, I don't know what's going on with the Devils. They just don't seem like they have it.
Oh, they totally outplayed them, though. It's 42-19. It was just Merzlikins had a good game.
I watched a little bit of that game. They did outplay them. They did outplay them. They had the puck a little bit more, but
I watched the whole game, and they outplayed
3-0 until they scored with the goalie pulled with 5 minutes left. I don't know how
Merzlikins was playing out of his head. He does that every once in a while, and he did it today. That was pretty much, they got goalied. Yeah.
I mean, the other team's got to score, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other team's got to score for you to get goalied. And the Blue Jackets did. They scored. They were up 3-0. So, I mean, good for them, man. That's another one I'm sure you didn't have. Then Lightning Blues. I can't, Avi agrees with you, Pearlo. I can't disagree. That 40 shots on goal is nice, but I mean, it looked pretty
44, 45-19. And they were
the 45-20. 45-20.
The first period was like bell ringers. It wasn't just like shots from the outside. Like they were all over.
Avi, I see you, man. And they were up 2-0. Edmonton's on the power play, in fact, again. And I know that Boston's killed the one they faced. So I got Seattle, Chicago on. That's 1-0 in the third. I do not know if Capo. I think he is. He's in the lineup.
He is on the top line, right wing, just like I pictured.
Yep.
I'm blocked on that one. I can't watch it.
You can't watch? Oh, because it's Chicago.
Chicago and St. Louis. St. Louis for some reason.
Yeah, I know. I think that's absolute horseshit. It's not like those towns are driving distance of Indiana. What an absolute joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so that's the article. I've got it up there. If you guys are interested, essentially, it sounds like ever since the departure of Glenn Sather, which I didn't realize was just last season. I guess he just decided to retire last season. But before that, it looked like Drury did do some maneuvering to get rid of John Davidson, which again, say what you want to. I don't think it's a shock that Columbus is all of a sudden good again. John Davidson is there, and they bring in the general manager from Don Waddell, who I think is a great person. And obviously they deal with that tragedy, but it's just one of those things where, okay, so Pittsburgh, Nashville is going to be going to overtime, it looks like. So we can talk about that game as it's going. And we're waiting for the Sharks.
Last night.
Huh?
I think I talked about that as a draw game last night.
Yeah, I did too, but I didn't bet it, so don't count.
Well, it's a draw now. Okay. Yeah, so I would love to see Seattle beat Chicago. That's a win they've got to get, I think. If you're Seattle, you're trying to stay in this playoff mix. But in conglomerate with that Seattle game, I asked Frank Saravelli today. Yes, Sod, you are correct. Matt, we'll talk about Matt Murray. We're not there yet. They're not playing today, so it's kind of not topical. I asked Frank Saravelli if Ron Francis's job was in jeopardy, and he answered it. I can pull up the video if you guys are interested. But in a nutshell, this is what he said. He says, it looks like Jason Botterill, who's the assistant GM there, which, by the way, what a good assistant GM, will probably take over, and Francis will be not fired, but moved into like a president of hockey ops role or something. But I asked him, if they don't make the playoffs, and he basically said it, they're really kind of getting impatient there. There's a lot of theories that the Seattle Supersonics, which the city retained the name when they were moved to Oklahoma City, will get the NBA back there. But I will tell you, though, there's a lot of problems with the NBA this year here in the States. Their ratings are down big time. So I don't know. I just think that you could only charge so much for these tickets and people are going to get over it. Say what you want to about the NHL and the salary cap. It's kept the game affordable for, middle-class people. So Pittsburgh just won in overtime. There you go. That if you're Nashville, you gotta be killing yourself on that one. I think at one point they were up 3-0 in that game. So,
and I don't think Philip Forsberg has scored since like mid-November either. Like this guy's feeling it a little bit.
Well, that Carrier move that people were criticizing them for, good ad by Montreal, but they're clearing cap space to make some more moves, it looks like. So that was also brought up by Frank today on his show. So, yeah, Rust is an animal, Bucci Cross just tweeted. What a game. Rust is an animal. He is not wrong. Yeah. If you were watching the game and you didn't have a vested interest, that's a great game, right? 5-4 overtime. Senators, Flames, Nick Cousins and Blake Coleman are your goal scorers there. Puck is dropping as we speak in San Jose. So if you Pearlo, you're going to get used to picking the broadcast with ESPN Plus. The Colorado Avalanche broadcast is awesome. They are great. I love the San Jose Sharks with Randy Hahn and Drew Remenda. Unbelievably good broadcast team. If you're listening to the game, which we won't go that long tonight because we don't have really any new news to talk about, you're gonna love that luxury to be able to pick whichever broadcast. Also,
actually, I had that in Canada too with the center ice package. You could pick.
Okay, I was going to say, yep, that's the way it was with center ice on DirecTV when I had center ice. I was going to say, check and see if you can pick up this. So Seattle, they broadcast on Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, I don't know if you have Amazon Prime, But if you do decide to get it, which it comes free with Amazon Prime if you pay for Prime, which is free shipping or whatever, which is a great way to not have to go drive to the store and shop, especially now that you live in what we call the lower 48. You can same day stuff to your house and save money on gas, my man. It's worth the $120 or whatever it is a year. Oh, it'll pay for itself in a New York minute because you get free shipping. But maybe I'm not going to get the Sharks broadcast, but see if you can pick up. Is it blacking out the whole game for St. Louis, or is it what? So you can't get either of them. Okay. I was wondering. There's always other ways.
And then there's other games, of course, like you said, the TNT games I can't watch and stuff like that.
Well, you could also get a VPN. You could get a VPN and say you're somewhere else in the country and pick up those games. That's kind of how people get around that legally. But anyway, yeah, so we'll have a lot of games going on, obviously, this week. And then tonight, I think now is the freeze. So I think actually, when it hits midnight, your guys' time, which we may get close to, so there could be another move on the horizon here, but it's going to have to happen like now. I had heard some rumblings that the Canucks were going to add, but we'll see. Yeah, I hope they hold on, Avi. That's a huge win for Boston they come back and if they sweep Alberta, that's a very good. Yeah, I don't know if there'll be a trade coming tonight, Avi, but it did sure seem like the Vancouver Canucks were trying to add to defensive. So it'll be interesting.
Man, I was on the Kraken tonight. I thought they were going to go into Chicago. Decord, it took a while for Decord to be confirmed in net too. I was wondering what the hell was going on there, but man, I totally thought the Kraken would go in there, rejuvenate a little bit with the Kakko trade, and just bank those two.
Early. I mean, there's still a lot left in that game. It's a lot. There's
there's
a lot left.
Not over.
It's not over, but holy moly.
Well, the Kraken, their problem is always been scoring. So, I mean, they aren't getting the scoring from the guys they need. And then Eberle being out of that lineup, it just hurts them. If they have everybody in, they're golden.
It does. I just don't think Kakko is a top line winger. Just playing with Chandler Stevenson and Jaden.
As soon as I said that, the Blackhawks scored.
Yeah, it's 2-0. Yeah. That's why I said that.
I like Kakko, Bernier, and Schwartz together.
What's going on with Ilya Mikheyev? He has both goals tonight. He scored against the Capitals too.
Yeah, he's starting to score now. We should have had
6 goals.
We should have had an ATG on him, man. He's starting to score. Now we'll take it next time Chicago plays and he won't score.
Oh no, of course not. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit about what you were putting in the chat before the show tonight, Rico, just about Di Giuseppe, your homeboy Tucker, all that. I'm going to step away just for a second. So you guys just talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, no worries. I just saw Vancouver's lineup on Daily Faceoff, the line combinations. I'm like, this Di Giuseppe guy is playing on the top line with JT Miller and Brock Besser. And then you had Linus Karlsson playing on a second line with Pettersson. I was like, okay, let me see what these guys' odds are at. And they're at plus 700 and plus 750. So I'm like, throw some shackles on both of them. But I know Tucker from my hometown of Long Lac, 11 hours north of Toronto, he got called back up to St. Louis from Springfield. So it's a small town kid that made it to the NHL, and I thought he was going to be up in the press box, but he saw the ice tonight and he laid a couple good hits as well. So I took a little shot on St. Louis tonight as well too. I also took a shot on Ottawa, but I took a shot on the Kraken and the Kings. Hit the Kings, but need at least Ottawa.
I had Tampa Bay team total over. Freaking pissed me off. Couldn't get an empty netter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having an up and down night for sure. You too, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't touch the Bruins Oilers game. I didn't touch the Golden Knights Canucks game. Then I jumped on Colorado first period puck line. I just thought that they would come out strong, so I'm hoping this game's underway now. So I hope Colorado
Avs just scored. Avs just scored.
Nice.
Beauty.
I had everything Avs here. They can save my night.
Nichushkin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I had everything Knights or everything Avalanche. I had team total over. They were giving you a 3.5 for Colorado. I don't even care if it was minus 150 or 60 or whatever. I was like, they're going. And the reason why is I read an article. I was flipping through articles about Georgiev. I mean, and apparently I caught a couple articles. He was not liked in the room. Apparently he was a whiny little bitch.
Yeah,
and,
he was very not liked.
So when I read those articles, I was like, Colorado's going to destroy them today. They got an opportunity to embarrass that guy, and they didn't like him. They're going to destroy him. So I went with it.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. I got to start doing that more, reading some more articles. I used to do it all the time, but I haven't had.
Where the hell did you find that?
What's that?
Where'd you find that article?
I just looked up. You know what? I should have kept it, but I looked up Georgiev, Colorado, and just went through article after article after article. Problems, just use the words problems.
Yeah. And the beat reporters are in the room, so they know. He rarely gives interviews. I don't think I've ever seen the guy talk to a reporter either. Not
much, no. But
so yeah,
a lot of little, they never come out and say it, but if they're starting to say like you got to kind of read between the lines in most articles because they're not going to come out and slam somebody, but I got the impression that he wasn't a big fan in the Rangers room from what I heard either. So wasn't it Georgiev that freaking nut job he smoked him in the head or something like when D'Angelo wasn't it Georgiev that D'Angelo smoked in the head and got kicked off the Rangers?
I'm not sure.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, like in practice type thing?
It was after the game. After the game, D'Angelo smoked him in the head and freaking said a bunch of crap to him. Apparently, some derogatory remarks about his Russian or Belarusian or Russian, Russian back about him being like the fact that he was Russian. That's apparently what happened. Anyways, it was bad enough that I don't think he played for the Rangers again after that. That's how he left the Rangers. And then, he already was considered a problem child as it was. And he went to Carolina. And now the funny thing is he's in the KHL now.
Yeah.
You can find D'Angelo's interview with the Morning Cup of Hockey guys. He talks all about what happened with Georgiev. He's very.
So it wasn't that big of a deal, or what?
No, he said. I'm telling you right now. I think everybody that's played with that guy likes him, and D'Angelo. Okay. I think a lot of people that played with Georgiev do not like him.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe Georgiev made it much bigger than it was. That makes sense.
D'Angelo took some heat here in the States for being like a Trumper, which now is apparently okay because like 3/4 of the country voted for him.
Who cares about that?
I'm just saying, like, what are you going to do? Even if you don't like Trump, you better realize everybody else around him does. So it's like all right, whatever. I mean, I just try to stay away from the politics.
This game slid down, though. So it's possible that's another.
I 100% think D'Angelo should be playing in the NHL this year. I think it's absolutely ludicrous that somebody didn't bring him in, especially with the defensive shortage. You know who could have used him? Fucking Edmonton. They could have used him.
He's too bad defensively. They can't have another guy like that. That's the problem. It's just.
By the way, interesting to me that the St. Louis Blues AHL affiliate Springfield is in Massachusetts, Springfield, Mass, where I actually lived as a kid. Avi, I wonder if there's a lot of Western Massachusetts people that are actually Blues fans because they get to go to the Springfield. They call it the Thunderdome, by the way. Like, welcome to the Thunderdome. It's like, yeah. All right. They call their arena the Thunderdome. I love it. Yeah. D'Angelo's actually having a really good year in the KHL.
Is he? I was just looking that up. How's he doing over there?
And he's been on a bunch of shows. He came back on Morning Cup of Hockey since live via Russia. He got into a Twitter war with Tim Peel, and then he went on the show. Tim had him on the show, and Roenick. So you can watch him on the Snipes and Stripes. He talks a lot about all the stuff. I think a lot of people have realized. By the way, I think Tony DeAngelo is a great guy. I don't care about his political crap. He does a lot of work with disabled soldiers and stuff in the Philly area where he's from. Like, okay, man, like we don't need to be judging people based on their political affiliations. You know what I'm saying? It's just the absolute worst idea ever. It never works out, you know. Who's somebody DM me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't really judge the guy. I just know I was just bringing up that point that wasn't it Georgiev that he apparently had something out with him there, and then he didn't play for the Rangers after that. So I think, but Georgiev is, like I said, had a history of not being people haven't liked him in the room everywhere for both teams.
Yeah, I think Georgiev wasn't liked in New York. I think there was some problems in New York for sure. To get kind of back to that article, I think a lot of the locker room discourse is, yes, it is with the front office, but I think it's with the front office and not as much with Drury. I do feel there's probably some players, but if you read the article, Chris Kreider apparently was very pissed off on how they handled Jim Ramsey's firing. The guy worked for the team for 29 years, and they just ran him off the freaking. And you know what? It's not like he retired. He's working for Montreal Canadiens. So something obviously is going on. And then I was told by an anonymous source, I will not reveal, that there have been a bunch of turnover in jobs like social media management there at MSG, which if you don't know, MSG, the network, everything is owned by Jim Dolan. He owns the Knicks, the Rangers, the building. He also owns the Sphere. The dude's stupid rich, okay? Yeah, Russia's going to be playing in the Olympics, Avi, with their unconfederated whatever. They'll have a team. They'll have a team in the Olympics. That's not a factor.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, they let them compete in the last few. They won the last one, didn't they? With Kovalchuk. It's just they don't get to use their flag. It's their Russian Athletes Federation.
Good. Well, yeah, I just want to see the Russian hockey players in the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, they won the last since they banned Russia as a country. They've let all those guys have to do is just be tested or whatever. Honestly, who gives a shit about hockey? Like, let them play.
You know what? I'll take Russia to win a gold medal. I think some of them will just be pissed off, and they didn't get into Four Nations, and I think they'll just have a little bit of a bone to pick with the rest of the hockey world. I'll take Russia.
They have the best goaltending trio, quadro, whatever. I mean, think if Fedotov develops into what he could develop into, Vasilevsky, Shesterkin, Sorokin not having a great year. Shesterkin's not having good numbers, but he's not playing bad. Just the Rangers aren't good in front. By the way, Pearlo, you asked about the Seattle Kraken defenseman. Riker Evans got his fourth goal to make it 2-1. 6:51 left.
Oh, come on, Seattle.
Kraken.
Come on, Kraken. Let's go. I need to save this night, man. I need to Kraken big time.
Go Kraken. Let's go.
Dude, you know who's an unreal player? And I watched most of that LA Philly game tonight, and I took him as a goal scoring prop. Plays on the top line with Kopitar, which Kopitar's absolute beauty. Probably one of the most liked guys in the NHL, Anze Kopitar. But Alex Turcotte, man, what a fucking player this kid is. Unbelievable, man. I watched the full Kings game, and like, so good.
Yeah, it's taken him a while to get there, but he's
that's true. It did, but again, don't rush your talent.
Yeah,
this is a great example. The Kings, we killed him. Blake made some bad moves. He traded Faber away. He traded for Fiala. That was the Fiala thing. And look, Fiala got his 12th goal tonight. Fiala's not a terrible player. he's a nice ad for them. He's a good player, but like, because they have good defensive depth, they've drafted well there, and they develop their guys. They don't rush them. Turcotte played for their of AHL forever, and yeah, I love it.
I think he was I think he was a 2019 pick, wasn't he not?
I don't know.
I think he was. I think he was in that 2019 draft.
I know the LA Kings fans, when I was doing my show back, they were calling him a bust like 2 years after he got drafted. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Turcotte was never supposed to be a point-a-game player or anything like that. He was supposed to be a solid, like Moore.
5th overall.
Like he reminds me of Moore.
He was 5th overall in the 2019 draft. Rico, you nailed it.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
He reminds me of Moore, like he's going to be a good player. He's going to be a good 40, 50-point guy, go both ways, plays hard, grinds it out. Like, nothing wrong with that. If you can get that in the first round, nothing wrong with that at all.
How about the Capitals getting Connor McMichael in that draft, and they got him
16th.
25th.
25th? Oh.
Yeah, and then in that same draft, Alexei Protas, 91st.
And Connor McMichael did burst on the scene either. He was in the AHL for 3 years or something like that.
And won 2 Calder Cups with him, too, just like Hendrix Lapierre. Yeah. No, it's called develop your players, play them in the Always Hungry League, and fill them with veterans. Guys like Anthony Mantha, guys the Caps had in their lineup that kept some of those guys up because they weren't ready. And then when it was time for them to come up, you'll let Mantha walk. You don't re-sign him. And Mantha was, by the way, Chicago just scored. Damn.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Chicago just scored.
Did you see Johnny Lazarus a couple hours ago shouted out your Caps as being the best organization developing players, huh?
He did say that. I appreciate that from him, but I'm glad the Caps are getting their due diligence. I'm glad we're hearing some good things about them. But I'm not ready to anoint them anything. Let's just slow the roll and see how it goes. Because but guess what I heard tonight? Ovi's playing Sunday.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yep, it sounds like Ovi's playing Sunday. So we will have Ovi. We'll just see what's going on. I might go live for Ovi playing Sunday. So
take the goal scoring prop.
Yeah, so they play the Kings at home. Kings have been good this year too, man. I mean, they just dominate.
That's going to be at the end of a long road trip for LA.
Yeah, they actually play the Predators the night before too, so it's a back-to-back for the Kings. Yeah. So, but it's an early game for them. It's a very early game. So both are actually kind of early games.
Ovi went on a road trip with the team. He's been traveling with the team.
Right, but the Caps are back home, I think, because they don't play.
But Ovi went on the road with the team, even though he wasn't playing. Like, that's solid leadership.
He was skating. So they play tomorrow. The Caps play tomorrow. At home, they play the Hurricanes. I don't think he's playing in that game. So, let me see what Sammy says. I did see, did you see the video of Laviolette shooting on Shesterkin and he scored? And they were having the coaches shoot on them. I thought that's good stuff if you're seeing that from the Rangers. That's good. The players are kind of relaxing and maybe they'll get back in the groove because the Rangers are too good a team to not be good. So they will be playing the Stars tomorrow in Dallas. So it's not a fun assignment. And Dallas, they're going to be pissed. They probably outplayed the Leafs. Probably didn't deserve to lose that game, but the Leafs get them and get them good. So you wonder.
They're going to be over their. They're going to be over their flu by that time, I hope. They had a flu thing going on there. So.
Yeah, we'll see. That's crazy. Well, why don't we just get into tomorrow's games? I feel like we've kind of talked about everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. And the Rangers will turn it around. I mean, Laviolette's not going anywhere. Chris Jury's a competitive guy. His hands are on the team as well. Did you know that Chris Jury won a Little League World Series as a pitcher?
Yeah.
He also won a college national championship.
He's won everything. Chris Jury's won everything.
And he won 2 Stanley Cups with the Colorado Avalanche for sure.
Yeah.
No, dude. You know what? If you look at their drafts before he got there, Gordon and them didn't draft really well. I mean, go back and look. Some of their drafts were not good. Kravtsov, guys who didn't make it. You got to hit on your first round picks now. I mean, you got to. Like, you have to get 2 or 3 NHL type players from a draft to be successful. That's a high percentage. You know, you think there's 7 rounds, 32 teams. So in one round, 224 players get drafted. By the time the draft is over, it's 1,568. What? 1-2% of that number makes the pros. You know, I mean, so every year, 1,582 guys are coming in to take your job. You know, another reason I think the game is trending a little bit younger is because of the salary cap, you know, because older vets usually get more money. And now I think you're seeing that won't happen. You know, blame Kyle Dubas for paying Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews way before they earned all that money. They just gave it to them, you know?
Yeah.
You know, there used to be a thing called a bridge contract, but I get it. If there's somebody's willing to pay it for you, you got to get it. So, yeah. So let's just start right off the Maple Leaf Sabres. How you feeling there? And as sad as Matt Murray might start tomorrow. I heard they brought Matt Murray up. We didn't talk about that. What is your thoughts there, Rico?
Yeah, they have. Remember I mentioned last night he got his 27 save shutout for the Marlies, so he's just getting ready to be called up. They want Hill to be playing down in the minors still.
He's not ready. He's not ready. I mean, he's going to be a good goalie.
Yeah, and it's nice to have that veteran guy. You got a couple of guys that don't really have playoff experience, like in big games, and having Matt Murray in the wings, especially being healthy, and he's only 30 years old. So, I mean, either they dangle him at the trade deadline if he plays well to a playoff team, and Wool and Stolars continue to man the net in Toronto. But Buffalo's, 11 in a row. Tough game. I mean, you're going to see a ton of Leaf fans in Buffalo. The rink's pretty much packed. Buffalo's attendance issues are horrible this year. So it's going to be.
They draw a lot of the opposition's fans because the tickets are not expensive. So Leafs, Leaf fans are going down there because it's cheaper to drive through the border and go to the games there.
Absolutely.
I've heard about that all the time. I bet Buffalo wishes they played the Leafs 6 freaking times instead of 4.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've sat a beer right against the glass, right on the boards, and sat in row 1 there for a third of the cost, or probably a fifth of the cost you could have did that in Toronto for. So, yeah.
I don't know, dude, with the Canadian dollar being so low, I better get to Toronto. The games are going to be cheap as hell for me. Let's go, baby. I got to buy some tickets. Let's go to some games. We
Quick
can send the bowl.
I know. Let's do it. It's only a couple hours from Toronto. It's not a far drive.
It'll be 3,000 Canadian. It'll cost me 70 American. I don't know what's going on.
Dude, don't talk about that. It's my God. Let's go
go
down to the States, go shopping. No, let's just shop at home.
Well, dude, if you need anything, let me know. I can buy it for you in Canada.
Yeah.
I get 3, I almost get a two for one there, man. That's pretty good. I can tell you though, I remember when the Canadian dollar was actually more than the American dollar, like way back in the day, and we would be there, and I always thought shit was pretty expensive in Canada anyway. So,
I like the Sabres here. Toronto just went to Dallas, and Buffalo's sitting at home waiting for them. I like a sneaky Sabres win here against the Leafs. This is one of those bad spots for Toronto where they're at home. They have to fly to Dallas real quick. It's a spirited game, big win against Dallas Stars. The Leafs beat Buffalo in their own building, I think the game before that. So I don't know, man. You're flying from Dallas to Buffalo and quick little turnaround. Maybe a
Not only that, they have
sneaky
the
It
Islanders
sounds like
tonight.
Darlene will be in. Sounds like Darlene will be in.
Buffalo
that'll be
always
a good-
plays Toronto hard in their own building too. They always play
Yeah,
Toronto tough.
I don't like Ryan McLeod out. That sucks. That's a good piece for them. Jordan Greenway's out, and Sam Lafferty. I didn't even know Sam Lafferty actually played for the Sabres.
Yeah,
So
they want him out of there anyway. If somebody could take him for $1, they would. They'd
Wasn't he
trade
with the Leafs?
Yeah.
He was with the Leafs, then he went to Vancouver, and now he's in Buffalo.
He was pretty solid with the Canucks last year, wasn't he?
It's all right. He's a
He
good
popped-
energy guy.
Popped a couple.
He's a good
Okay,
energy
yeah.
guy.
And then, of course, the Leafs are missing Yarncrow, Hockenpah, and Stolars. Hockenpah's a guy. They need to put him in break glass until playoffs. I mean, that's what they are going to want him for anyway. So, like, who cares? Just play without him until the playoffs. That's a strategic signing.
Yeah,
So
keep him on Robidoux Island.
Avi, Swayman robbed Jeff Skinner. Good. Skinner just robbed the Bruin too. What's the score there? What are we doing there, Avi? What's the score still? Yep, Seattle lost. Yeah, dang, man, that's a bad
believe
loss.
that. Horrible,
That's a bad
horrible,
loss. Can't lose that
horrible
game.
loss.
Cannot be losing. But what am I saying? The Blackhawks just beat the Caps. So what am I? Again.
Well, Blackhawks have big attendance, man. People are showing up to their games still. They're packing that madhouse on Madison still, even though they're a rebuilding team. They're one of tops in attendance in the league.
Yeah, they draw insanely well. Well, you also have to realize Chicago is very much it's the third largest media market. It's very much like LA and New York, where people move there for work. So it's always got a young working class group of people that move there. So and it's so massive. They have two baseball teams. Their football team's been terrible forever, but the Bulls haven't been good since the 90s, and so it's they draw really well, and the Bulls and Blackhawks play at the same arena. So good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
It's the Toronto's got the Islanders the next game too.
Does Toronto have a back-to-back? They play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
No,
they play Friday, Saturday, not Sunday.
it's Friday, Saturday, and Monday. They're home against the Jets on Monday. That's going to be a
okay.
wicked game.
Wow,
It's
that's
2 o'clock.
quite a bit. 3 games in 4 nights.
And lots of travel too. So,
But the Islanders, they're playing at home, not on Long Island.
that's right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I it's hard to trust Buffalo, but if there was ever a spot Buffalo could win, this is probably it. In fact, I think I wish they were getting a better price. I think they should be getting a better price.
Yeah,
If their
they're
name was
not.
Chicago, they would be like plus 170 here, or San Jose, and they're no better than either one of those teams.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't like about it. But
Yeah,
if there's
Okay,
ever
so
a
Pearlo,
time,
you like the Leafs against the Sabres, and Rico, you like the Sabres.
no, I didn't say that. I said this is the time that Buffalo could win it. So I probably put it on Buffalo. I can't play Toronto here. It's just a bad
but
spot.
you're getting the same odds for the Leafs to beat the Sabres as the Red Wings to beat the Habs. That doesn't make sense. So this is a little tricky thing with this game. The books know. The books have a feeling that this is a bad spot for the Leafs.
Yeah. I think I'll take Buffalo and just I won't put much on it, but because they're so bad. But I think also Buffalo is going to win the game. It's going to be an over. So it's a 6. I'll take the over too. Because Buffalo isn't shutting anyone down. There's no way they're shutting anyone down. So I'll take the over and to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Do we get a freeze?
Nope.
Oh.
I didn't freeze. I'm just trying to get this stupid ESPN Plus to pull up another game for me here. It's not the greatest interface.
So Pearlo, you're all good. The internet's strong there, and you got ESPN Plus now to watch hockey
At
games.
least I'm able to watch some games. It's just weird that I'm blocked from St. Louis. Like, why?
Yeah.
Indiana people are flocking to watch St. Louis Blues.
Well, this is why hockey isn't doing well. Because people that live in states, like if you live in Indiana, you can't watch the St. Louis Blues. Get the fuck out of here.
That's
Like,
crazy.
what are we doing?
Are
The
they,
only thing I
do they
think
do that
of is
because they want
somehow-
more people to go to the games? Is that why
Dude,
they
if you
do it?
live in you can't. No, Rico, that's absolute horse shit. Those the blackouts should be for the city limits. You should be allowed that. You know who put the end to it is honestly the Vegas Golden Knights. They were the first to go, nope, we're starting our own channel and we're giving it to our fans for pay $2. You get it so you can watch the games. We don't care if you make it because they're selling out games. It just makes no sense, man. I don't understand it.
Ottawa's up 2-1 now. I don't know if you guys.
I loved Ottawa tonight.
So
Did you?
did I.
Yeah, Ottawa's been playing some good hockey, man. I was trying to.
No, not anymore. Calgary just scored.
Oh, damn.
geez.
Well, Calgary's been playing some good hockey.
Yeah.
Huberdeau, too.
Yeah, he's been playing defensive, dude. I heard
He's on
did
the
you
all
hear-
Pearlo.
Did you hear Eric Francis today on Kipper and Bourne talk about
Yeah.
how good he's been playing? I love it,
Yeah.
man. I'm so happy for them because you know what, man? Nobody likes to see teams lose on a trade like that, where you lose a generational player like Matthew Tkachuk. And they lost Goudreau, too. And then, of course, the tragedy of Goudreau. I'm sure there were a lot of people after he passed away that went back and deleted some tweets that they said, because he left. But I 100% think the pandemic happened after that team. Because if
You're
that
right. He's up to almost 50% even strength defense analytically, which is like 50% better than he was. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
Dude, I didn't say it. Eric Francis said it. He watching the team, lives in Calgary. I trust his judgment. Remember that one Kipper Born episode where they called him and he was like hammered drunk? It was awesome. Do you remember that one? It was a couple years ago, and he was just lit up. It was so good. I was like, oh my God, this is like my favorite interview of all time.
Oh,
I
they're
love
challenging.
I love Kipper on the radio more than TV. I love because he could open up a little bit more on radio than television.
Dude, when I met him, when he was doing because I knew who he was. Like I'd seen him on Canadian TV and stuff, but like when I met him, when he was doing the YouTube stuff on Line Movement, he was dropping F-bombs. I was like, this guy is the shit. I love this guy. And that's how I was a fucking dedicated to every show. He was getting good numbers, man. I'm sad he didn't stick with it. But because I really got close with the guys, Joe Holka and Jordan, that were out of Denver that were producing the show for him. Such a good, it was great, dude. I just enjoyed it so much. By the way, boys, I can get you some of these. Oakley, they're called Next Level NXT-LVE.
Dude,
They're for
I need some. Screen. I'm looking at screens all day at work, and now at night,
I'll send you some for Christmas. I can get a good deal.
Buddy, unreal, dude.
Yeah, these are awesome. You're gonna love them. So if you need, I'll get you a pair for Christmas and send them to you. Because Rico, that's me, dude. I'm staring at my phone. I'm staring at my iPad. I'm staring at my computer. I'm reading the articles all fucking day. So I just wear them all day. You'll love it, dude. It'll help so much. And Pearlo, if you need a pair too, just let me know. It's easier for me to send you shit now too, Steve, because you're you're in the States. I'm not gonna get charged up the ass if I need to say. So if you need like stuff for the show, like as far as equipment and stuff, just let me know. Make a list and I'll write it all off. So Rico.
Make a list.
Yeah, for you, Rico, it's a little bit harder to do because I have to pay taxes on everything I send you, but we could figure something out. Like, can I buy something over the phone at a store and you go pick it up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because, see, that might be the way to do it. It's like, oh, I need to buy something. So you just tell me who to call and how to do it.
I'll be like, my husband's on the phone right now, and he's got the credit card at home. I totally forgot it. Oh, my God. They're like, yeah.
We don't have to be I guess you could do it that way if you wanted. Nobody would question it. In this day and age, nobody would question it for sure. 30 years ago, you probably get your ass kicked for doing it in some town. For sure. But yeah, dude, whatever. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So if there's some stuff, like let's just whatever your certain
I identify as mind your own business and just put the sale through.
Dude, yeah, I will do it. I will do it 100%. And I'll probably have to get authorization from my credit card company. But yeah, I'll send you these next levels, dude. They're great. And they have the little curly cue on the back here. So you can kind of adjust that a little bit. And the wire is so if you have to wear headphones or anything over, it's no problem. It's no pressure on your temples or nothing. So they're great. Yeah, they're really, really good.
If we all get glasses like that, we could look like the Hanson brothers, man.
Yeah, dude. We'll all get the Chiefs jerseys too, huh? Or I can wear the Oglethorpe one I already own and wear like an afro. No, I gotta get us Hanson's one, right? Gotta give some love to the Hansons. Dude, Boston's hanging on to this game, man. They've looked good in this game too. Every time I've seen, I don't understand why I can't get this other game to come up.
Sometimes that makes a team come together too, man. A little road trip like that. Sometimes they come home feeling good and they turn the season around, and Mike the Degenerate's not going to like it because he knows they're not going to go anywhere, but you never know, man.
I'll tell you what, man, that Letourneau kid, he's not going to be ready for the NHL anytime soon, but he's a big boy. If he learns how to play, he could be a force. Like, he is a massive, and he's only going to get bigger. So I'm trying to get this Canucks.
Canucks are stuffing Vegas right now, man. Vegas only has 7 shots on goal through like half the game, more than half the game.
I think they've got the thing going around too, though. They in Vegas.
Did they? Oh, I wish I would have known that.
I don't know. I don't know here. I might be speaking out of turn, Pearlo.
Yeah.
Let me look at their roster. Oh, it's only 1-0.
Well, it's 12. The shots are 12-7. It's not that bad.
It's a low event game.
Is Vegas
But
playing?
Vegas, you know Vegas in the third period, man. They're a third period team, so can't count them out.
Dude, they're so well conditioned and they play such good defense. Yeah. Oh, Sad's letting us know. He said Kevin Lankinen has 14 out of 21 games. Best goalie.
Yeah, he is. He's their number one right now until.
Well, yeah, Demko's just getting back. We got to get Demko.
Demko played well against Utah, though, even though they lost. He played really well.
Yeah, no. But Utah is a solid team.
Oh, yeah. Sod's a Vancouver fan?
Yeah.
Cool.
Colorado on the power play, but that period is over. Makar just about got a. I wonder if Disney Plus.
Ooh, Vegas just about had one there. Oh, no, sorry, that was Vancouver.
Yeah, Pearlo might need a pair of glasses that lets them know which colors which team do.
For you guys just joining real quick, I'll go to the wide. The live games right now are Flames Senators tied 2-2. That's 10 minutes left in the third. 7 minutes left in the third. Bruins are up 2-1 on the Oilers. 7 minutes left in the second. Canucks are up 1-0 on Vegas. In Vegas, I think Vegas come back and win this. The Avs are up 1-0. That intermission just started after the first 1-0 on the Sharks. Blues lose to the Lightning 3-1. Devils lose to the Blue Jackets 4-2. Kings beat the Flyers 7-3. Pittsburgh comes back and wins in overtime against the Predators and the Blackhawks. By the way, Pittsburgh's making the playoffs. They've been playing really good, man. They got Dubas has done a good job of getting younger, grabbing Joseph for nothing. A guy has already played in their system. Everybody goes, why'd they do it? Well, one, they didn't have to give anything up, and two, they lack so much defensive depth. Also, good on St. Louis. Like they just have so much depth there. And I know St. Louis is playing to make the playoffs, but if they don't make it, it's not the end of the world. And Armstrong will move guys out, whatever, it's going to be okay,
Ottawa's making the playoffs too.
And then Chicago beats the Kraken. Yeah, I think Ottawa's making the playoffs too.
You still can't. I'm still not bought into Pittsburgh yet, but we'll see. Still not bought it. Having a little bit of a run here, but
You got 3 Alberta boys playing on that 4th line in Ottawa right now. Which games are you guys got on? I got the Ottawa-Calgary game on.
I got the Vegas. I moved over to see how Vegas is playing.
I got Vegas Canucks, I got Bruins Oilers, and I got the Sharks Avalanche on.
I think Vancouver will start.
And I could put 2 more games on, but I got Starfield on. So I can actually put 3 on my gaming computer because the screen is so wide. I can put like 3 games on there. And then I could put 2 on these screens. So I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games going at a time if I wanted. But I only really like to have about 4 because it's too hard to pay attention to more than that. Usually the commercial breaks are offsetting too, so you can watch one game kind of intently while another one's on a commercial break, and it's pretty good. It's not too bad. So as a Blues fan, the Fowler trade first dropped. I was super confused. Then return came out. I was like, a pick swap and an ECHL D-man for retained on Fowler. Okay, that's a fine deal. Yeah, darkness. You got to love that. And honestly, that's why they let PL Joseph go for nothing. So, yeah, Avi, but that's how I got to cover the game, man. I'm not there. I can't go to the games and watch them like the guys that usually cover the teams. So I got to watch the games like this. And I can't be a host. Now, Rico and Pearlo, their job is to watch who they want to watch and bet on who they want to watch. They do a lot of research in their gambling and stuff. But how can I come from a place of knowledge if I'm not watching the sport I'm talking about? So I'm all over it, man.
You gotta watch the games.
I'm going to die trying to get this show to be popular, man. Like, I will die. I will put every effort into it so we can do well and hopefully make some money doing this. If not,
I'm gonna have one.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I got the one game on the TV on the wall. I'm gonna focus on the game of the night that I want to watch, and then I got a laptop beside me that I cycle through between games.
That's perfect. I love that, and then you give us good insight on that game. Same with Pearlo. I think he's probably about the same as you. He usually has one game on. I know in Edmonton you probably watched a few more. You got to get your setup there, but we'll get you figured. We'll get you sorted. Sorted.
I just flip from game to game to game when I feel like I need to want to see what's going on with one game. That's what I do.
I wish they did a red zone style shit for the NHL, like Ardell Cal or whatever, every night where they just switch through the games, like when they do the free agent.
Why don't they?
They should do it every night that there's 6 or more games on. I don't understand.
NHL Network did it, didn't they?
They kind of did. They on the fly. They kind of did
on the fly. Yeah,
on the fly. So they would go into games from that's solid kind of what they do. That might be why I don't understand though. Let the fucking people that pay you all the money, NHL. And by the way, give the NHL Network to your fans for free. Dumbasses. It's like, why are you making people pay for that programming? It's bullshit. Give it to your fans for free, or especially the fans who pay.
Put ads on it. Put a 30-second ad.
They have commercials. They have commercials.
Yeah.
You don't need to do ads. That's how they generate money. It's so ridiculous. I mean, they got like 8 people that work there. Mike Johnson, he's always, Mike Johnson. You guys get him on TSN. All that
love Johnny. Johnny's a beauty.
Mike Johnson is one of my favorites.
We get him in the States all the time. He's been on NHL Network since the inception of NHL Network. He's been there forever. So, yeah, he's great. I've always loved Mike Johnson. He's a much better analyst than he was a player, and he was actually a pretty damn good player.
He does serious radio, too. Him and Marty Baron are probably my 2 faves.
Marty Baron is awesome. He does NHL Network, too. He works for MSG, I think, too.
He does the Buffalo Sabres games.
Yeah, he does Buffalo. Him and
I watch the Buffalo feed just for him.
They're good. Their Buffalo feed is good. I mean, I miss Rick Degenerate.
Oh, yeah.
He was the best, dude.
Awesome.
I remember watching them one time, and him and Rob Ray, who he does in between the benches. You guys remember Rob Ray?
Mayday.
Him and Rob Ray were like going at it during the broadcast, like talking shit to each other. I was like, oh my god, They were just like angry with each other. I was like, what is going on?
I don't know who's doing it now, but talk about tough shoes to fill, eh? Like, holy crap. Degenerate.
Watch out for these last 4 minutes in Edmonton here. They're probably going to put the pressure on, Avi said.
I got 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Avi says the Bruins are clamping up, but they just iced the puck with 3:11. I finally got my TV to work here. I got the 4 minutes and 41 seconds left, but Tomas Hertl had a decent chance. Rob's Leon. Swayman, baby. Yeah, he did get a good one on them. Oh, dude. Lowry, I think. It's number 6. Is that Lowry? He had a pretty nice shot on Skinner, too. Oh, yeah. Geez. Oh, see, this is the thing about Boston. They played so good defensively. Wow, they iced the puck again. What the fuck are they doing? 3:04. It's going to take 25 minutes for this game to end because Boston keeps icing the puck.
I guess they figure they can beat them at the dot. So
well, they are. That's happening, which is kind of insane because Edmonton they dominate the puck like nobody's business. The Edmonton won that draw, but Charlie Coyle was eating up whoever. I'm guessing it's McDavid and stuff because I'm kind of surprised Edmonton hasn't pulled their goalie. I mean, they're hemming him in a little bit here with 250. Why don't you just pull your goalie now? Get that extra body.
Ottawa's got 21 block shots to Calgary's 8.
Still a heavy 2:30
that tells
to
me
go.
that Ottawa's spending more time in their own zone than Calgary is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Allmark's breathing heavy. You could tell. It's only 24 shots to 22, but
Edmonton tied it.
Woo!
Edmonton tied it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You just have a feeling that the Oilers just
They kept turning the puck over. They couldn't get it out of their zone. Edmonton tied it. I don't know. Is it McDavid?
Yeah, looked like it. Yeah, it's McDavid.
Yep.
Clutch.
Mick Jesus.
Yeah, they turn it over.
Mick Jesus.
Yeah, and then he just cut. I mean, I should have known it was McDavid because of how easily he cut to the net. He's so fast. I mean, he just blew Zadorov out of the fucking water there.
He blew his door off. He blew his door off.
Yeah, he blew Zadorov's doors off. Yeah.
He blew his door off.
Oh, Vegas scores.
Nice.
Vegas. Alex Pietrangelo with a blast. So we got 2 games tied there. Well,
we're all tied up here. Oh, I got the
like,
Colorado first period puck line in the bank.
So did I. I got that one too.
Wow. Now, Valerie Nichushkin passes John Michael Lyles on the franchise point power play goals leader. So Nichushkin, John Michael Lyles paid for them a long time. They got Lyles on too. By the way, Colorado, John Michael Lyles, he always does it from his basement in Aspen that's like a wine cellar. That's pretty great. He's great. He's really good. You'll end up loving him, Pearlo. So every time you get a chance, the Altitude Boys. I will say though, I have a lot of affinity for the San Jose feed. They do a good job, man. Sometimes they have Scott Hannon in the middle. Sometimes they have Jamal Mayers, but they got some good guys there too. Jamal Mayers, he's another one of those guys you're like happy to see him win a cup at the end of his career. You know, he got one with Chicago. Played all those years with the Blues.
He was an underrated player for sure. Jamal Mayers.
Didn't he play for the Leafs for a minute too? Rico?
Yeah, John Michael Lyles did, yeah.
No, John Michael Lyles, but Jamal Mayers too.
Yeah, Mayers did too. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
they all did. Everybody played for the Leafs. Eric Lindros played for the Leafs.
Eddie Olczyk played for the Leafs. He had a 42-goal season, I think, for the Leafs.
Yeah, he started on the wing for Chicago, got 20 goals in his rookie year. Then all of a sudden they traded him to Toronto and he played center there. And
didn't he have cancer or something too?
Yeah, he got over it though. He's good.
Yeah.
51 seconds left in the I think we're getting overtime there. And honestly, if you're Edmonton, you needed the point to hang in because you're not. This is an Eastern Western. It's not a big deal whoever gets the extra point in this. I think if you're Boston, you probably feel good about winning it because you choked the lead away a little bit there. You're up 2-0. But,
I'll be right back quick, fellas.
McDavid's starting to put him in. He's starting to put him in the net there. Oh, shoot, man. I didn't turn on my lighting. That makes a little bit of difference. Yeah, dude. We gotta finish those other ones, but I'm just gonna have you guys tweet out the picks because I'm gonna end the show as soon as Rico gets back. Because we've been going an hour.
Okay, we can tweet. I'll tweet out.
Yeah, just give out your picks on the Canadians, Red Wings, Blues, Panthers, Hurricanes, Capitals.
Or we
Rangers.
can just do a fire one because a lot of guys probably came in to hear us do our picks. So.
Yeah,
we could just fire them off like five. Like,
yeah, okay. Canadians, Red Wings. Who are you liking?
Canadians.
Fire them off is not
over.
You like the over? Okay. The over, and that is 6. Blues, Panthers. Blues are plus 225.
Yeah, it's a back-to-back.
And they're in Florida. So they played tonight, and they're going to Florida. Yeah, Florida's playing good, too. So
I'll take Florida team total over. Okay, next.
Okay. Yep, and that one is, by the way, Florida, that is a 6 as well. Hurricanes at Capitals. Capitals are home dog, rightfully so. The Hurricanes are a good team.
Still taking the Caps.
Oh, you like the Caps, huh? I actually like the Canes in this one.
Yeah.
Caps have lost 2 in a row. I think they're going to lose 3. I think the Canes are going to win this game, but I'll be pleasantly surprised. So if you put money on the Caps at plus money and you win, that's awesome. Rangers at Stars plus 154. The Rangers are a road dog.
Obliterate the Rangers.
Yeah, I did like what I saw from the Rangers in practice today. Hopefully they're a little loose. But if Panarin is out for the Rangers, which right now he's listed as day-to-day, and then they're missing Keandre Miller as well. Say what you want to about Keandre Miller. He's not a terrible defensive player. He's just not been good at times. None of the Rangers have been good at times.
That's assuming the news I get on the flu situation with Dallas tomorrow. But so for right now, I'll take that.
So no, Dallas is just missing Lundqvist and Harley. They're both day-to-day with illnesses. So if those guys are healthy, they're in. That probably would have helped their cause against the Leafs. So if Lundqvist and or Harley are one of the both, those are the only 2 guys that are out with illness. Okay. So, but those, that's the important parts of their D. They're already thin on the D side. So, they don't have Ryan Suter eating up minutes. Speaking of which, St. Louis has him. He's skating a lot of time for them.
Next.
Okay, so you like the Stars all day. I'm sure Rico is too. Utah Hockey Club Wild.
After that rough game against last Wild should be coming up.
I kind of like the Utah, though. They're playing good. Plus 124. Yeah. Minnesota's got a lot of people out. Minnesota is missing.
It's a tough one. Give me a draw on that.
Minnesota's missing Faber with a throat injury. It even listed him as a throat injury. Goofs is sitting there starting goalie. Eriksson Ek is out. Lauko, Middleton, Trennan, and Grosnick.
Yeah, give me a draw. I think
I like the draw. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make you an informed decision. Okay, Colorado at Anaheim, plus 180. Anaheim's been sneaky. Colorado back-to-back.
Yeah. And who's Colorado going to be putting in net? It's going to be Wedgwood, right?
Avi likes to draw there. I think it doesn't matter. I like both the goalies Colorado has now. I think that goaltending won't be the problem for them. It'll be getting secondary scoring. If Anaheim can shut down McKinnon, Makar, and Rantanen, they probably can win the game. They just beat the Jets. They got a good team. Anaheim's starting to play really good hockey. Cronin's got those guys buzzing. And their picks are starting to pan out. Now let's just hope they can stay healthy like McTavish and them, which, by the way, I'll just look at if it'll let me know if Anaheim's missing anybody major. No, they're just missing Zegras. Colorado's missing Manson, Landeskog, Druin, Wood, Shillington, and Poolman. I mean, that's been their problem too. If Colorado's fielding a healthy team, they're easily a top team in the Central. So All right,
Yeah.
Rico, we're going to call it a show, but we went through the picks real quick. I'll give you an opportunity. Canadians, Red Wings, who do you like in the game? You're muted. You're muted, Rico.
Sorry, I think Patrick Kane's goal in Detroit the other night, I think, is just going to lift them a little bit. So I like the Red Wings at home there.
Yep, okay. Panthers, Blues.
Oh, back to back.
For the Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panthers.
Panthers just obliterated Minnesota 5-1.
Yeah, I like St. Louis there.
Yep. Rangers, Stars.
Holy moly.
Oh, sorry. Capitals, Hurricanes. Hurricanes at Washington.
Washington lost 2 in a row, but they're off a couple game road trip. Yeah, tough game, low scoring. I'll just take the under.
Okay. Rangers, Stars.
Rangers
at plus 154.
Yeah, give me Panarin's day to day.
Yeah, Dallas is also missing Thomas Harley and Nils Lundqvist for illness, and of course Sagan. And
yeah, I don't know. Give me sneaky Rangers win. With everything that's going on, they need wins.
They got to win one game here. They're not going to lose all of them. I think this is one they could win. Dallas didn't look particularly good against Toronto at times. Yeah. Okay, Utah Hockey Club at Wild. I like Utah plus 124 here. The Wild are banged up bad. They got a ton of injuries. So, and some legit guys out in Middleton and Eriksson Ek and some other guys just banged up. So that's why I told Pearlo I like Utah here. They're playing good hockey and they're getting good goaltending from Vejmelka.
Well, it all depends if Gustafson's back either, because now Fleury's taking the load there. So, I mean, Gustafson's in net, I'll take Minnesota, but if it's Fleury again, I'll take a shot on Utah.
Edmonton won in overtime.
Nice.
Wow.
Ekholm.
I had Edmonton.
Yeah, Ekholm from Draisaitl, I think. Or no, Nugent Hopkins. Yep, Ekholm buried it. Good win.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
Oilers come back in a point there. That's a big one for them because they, this is their first game since losing to Florida, right? So I kind of wanted to see how they responded. They came back. It was good. Good for them. I mean, the Oilers are a good team, like they should have been all year. Finally, okay. Where were you saying Utah and Wild, and then we'll go one more.
Yeah, I'll take Utah if Gustafson's not back and it's still Fleury. I'll take Utah as a sneaky one, and I'll also take Anaheim to beat Colorado. Yeah,
and you like Anaheim to beat Colorado. I like that too. I think you could do a parlay there too, and parlay Utah and Anaheim and probably get a good return there. I would probably even bet that just for fun because I like both those teams so much right now. Anaheim's playing good hockey, man. And the thing about the Ducks are they're just missing Zegras. They don't have anybody else out. And I think we're going to underestimate Trouba is a nice ad for them. Again,
they're playing hard.
West is soft. The West is soft as baby shit right now. There ain't tough physical teams in the West. So you add a guy like Trouba to an Anaheim squad that was already a little bit shallow on D, and they got a lot. I think this was a good ad by Verbeek. I think we're going to look back on this and watch their young defensemen develop because of this guy. Because Trouba's still getting $8 million, boys, and now he gets to live in one of the nicest areas of the country. Where the weather is 70 all the time. So I just
I don't think Trouba was hated in that room. In New York.
He was beloved. I think that's part of the problem why the Rangers are playing so bad. I don't think he was the vocal leader. It sounds like Barclay Goudreau was, and they ran him off. Again, I'm telling you, all this stuff reeks of Jim Dolan. And we'll end the show on that note. When Jim Dolan was heavily involved in the Knicks, they were the laughing stock of the NBA. Be very warned. That's why I said what Paul Bissonnette said on Spit and Chicklets that Sean Avery was meeting with the owner. I said, something's fucked up. Because if Jim Dolan's involved in the Rangers, they're bad. When Glenn Sather was there to keep him at arm's length and be like, no, we got this. Let the hockey people do their shit. You don't know fucking shit. That's the problem with these rich guys. They think they fucking know everything. And they don't. Because Woody Johnson would be like a 9-time Super Bowl champion, but he's a fucking idiot. And he's a terrible owner. and it reflects. If you don't know, that's the New York Jets owner. If you missed the story, read about what happened to them after their first win against Jacksonville with the new head coach. Unbelievably terrible. Yeah, go Irish. Good luck to your Notre Dame. I know you're a big Notre Dame fan, Avi. Your dad went there and stuff. So, but hey, on that note, we'll see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, 10:30 Eastern. We got 7 games Friday night, and then we'll have 11 games Saturday, 6 games Sunday. And if you guys want to do a Monday show, we can, because there's 13 games on. But after that, there will not be any more shows.
I want it. Yeah, for sure.
So, okay, so we'll do Friday, and then we'll do Monday. So we won't.
Perlo's locked in. He's back.
The
Marshall.
He ain't got anything to do. He's bored off his ass. That's what the problem is. Go pick up a hobby, dude.
All right. I'll tell you. Could I tell you? Maybe I'll tell you guys on air. Talk about hobby. The last 30 days, I lost 15 pounds, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I got a gym here in my complex. I just go over there. Yeah, man. I'm losing the weight, buddy. Getting in shape.
Dude, that is awesome. You probably need to lose it. I know I could stand to lose 15 pounds.
Well, you know what?
I need to lose way more than 15 pounds, Joe. I was down to 180.
He's not dumping dead bodies back home. He doesn't need to be bulking. He needs to trim down.
I was 295 at one time. I went down to 180 and then fluctuated back up to 260, and now I'm 245. I'm going to get down to
the biggest I've ever been is 240. I got up to 240.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Oh, yeah, I'm 5'10", dude. 260 is a little steep.
Yeah, you got too fat, dude. I ain't going to lie. If you were 280, that's brutal.
I was 290.
290, that's bad. Yeah, that's dude.
I lost 110 pounds, and then
I'm 225 pounds, and I feel obese. Like I need to get down to about 205.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to get down
fat, and
I'm going to get down to 200, and by the time I get to 200, the show's going to go off.
So what are you doing, Perlo? Like, are you listening to "I'm a Maniac" on like the elliptical, or like what are you lifting weights to lose the weight, or how you doing it?
A little bit of both, and I'm doing what really works for me is I don't eat until 4:00, and then
that's awesome. Are you just eating once a day? It's good.
Yeah, plan. Like it's intermittent fasting type thing, Majigger. And then I work out fasted. I work out without eating. Just drink a lot of salt water, and I don't do a heavy workout. Like I don't crush.
Yeah,
but then once I get down to about 200, I'm going to change it up, and I'll start carbing up, and I'll build my muscle back again. So
that's what I'm doing. You can write your own little workout.
Perlo's gonna be jacked he's gonna
be freaking jacked.
It's gonna be like
Perlo's gonna be in Indiana. It's gonna be like the beach is that way because I'm in Fort Wayne. I'm right in the middle of the country.
Yeah, I don't eat till 11 a.m. usually 10, 11. That's it. I'll eat it. I'll do a shake where I do usually it's like a antioxidant fruit mix, frozen mix. I'll do that, coconut milk, scoop of yogurt for the cultures, scoop of beet powder for the blood pressure, and then I put some chia seed in there, blend it up. Oh, baby spinach, throw in some baby spinach. I drink that every day. That's usually my lunch or breakfast.
The wife, the dogs, the beard, everybody's eating well in Alaska.
Been trying to, man. We've been
trying. Meanwhile, Rico sucks back beers like it's freaking nothing. He's skinnier than the
But he plays a bunch of sports, though.
I know you're active.
I was on the ice this morning for an hour, man.
Yeah, you play a lot of sports. Rico keeps himself in shape because he's super active. I need to do that, dude. I need to start doing playing in some. I like to
pickleball yesterday, indoor baseball Sunday nights, hockey.
Yeah, I need to get back into playing because, dude, even with this show, if I played men's league, I'm going to be in the lowest league, co-ed probably. I'll play in the co-ed league because I'm fucking terrible. I mean, I'm solid for it. I just can't skate backwards. And I know the game. I know where to go, and I can play center and stuff. And I scored some goals. I just stand in front of the net and tip stuff. But
I bet you I couldn't skate with the dam now if I tried.
But
and
I got
these
all the
beers
shit.
I drink, man. They're like no beers. These beers are lighter than Fucking
Yeah.
cow farts, man.
But it doesn't really matter. My dad drank beer every single day, and he never had an ounce of fat on him because he
it moved a lot more. Pearlo.
He owned a landscaping company. He worked 12
Yeah,
hours
that's why.
a day.
Yeah, that's why, dude. What's the scores? Okay. Well, I was trying to end this show 10 minutes ago, but
let's end it now. Okay. Let's do it.
Flames in Ottawa's in overtime.
And ended now. Pearlo's got to head back to the elliptical in his condo gym.
Yeah.
Canucks Golden Knights are tied. Avalanche and Sharks are tied. Sharks got a goal, baby. Carl Grundstrom. So tied up.
Ottawa's flying around OT right now.
Yeah. Oh, Ottawa just won. Ottawa just won an OT.
Yes. That was my one unit. That was my 2 unit.
Man, out. If you're the Flame. Oh, wait. They might be calling something here.
Don't do that. Pissed. I have 2 units on that sucker, man. I haven't had too many 2-unit plays this year. That was my 2-unit play.
Oh, Huberdeau's fucking pissed.
What's going on there? Let me get over there. No, I gotta call it. I beat up Huberdeau pretty good, but they won. I beat up Huberdeau pretty good, but I'll tell you, I never thought I'd say he was an average defensive player.
I mean, Huberdeau did get tripped.
Allmark looks so
Brady
happy.
Tkachuk scored. Brady Tkachuk scored.
Got to be a Tkachuk scoring, eh?
Yeah, Brady Tkachuk scored. Okay.
Allmark looks so happy in Ottawa right now, and he's playing so well. It's good to see.
We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to do a special show Monday. Because there's 13 games on Monday. So, 13 games. So, and then that's the last games for a while anyway. So we'll let everybody chill. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace. We're out of here.
See you later, everybody.
See you tomorrow, 10:30.